Man, a man with a watch looking like he broke the bank, but he promised me he's not. He said he got started from his wife and a pop's watch, face so fat the band had stretch marks. It shines so bright that you can see it from Mars. Man, he blinded me, reflecting headlights from the cars. He's got to be a rapper, baller, or a movie star, but nah, he's too humble to be all of the above. So he said, my name is Trap, oh, cause you bees in the trap. Nah, it ain't even like that, and he tilted his bull's cap. Introduced me to his wife, and she had one too. Wrist gang so cold that she could build igloos out of nothing. They legit, they even bless their kids. Man, when they all stand in a row, they look like 4G auto rims. Tight like Tim.
I said, yo, what's happening, family? It's your boy Trap Vision 3D, man, and you have made it to the lifestyle. And we are live, baby. We live. I know right now that there are hundreds of collectors. I'm seeing them right now that are attending to, let's see, Shop HQ dropping some heat tonight. Or is it heat? All right, tonight we got, come on, what's going on, brother? We got DC. Yeah, so we got a bunch of collectors. I know right now they got the Shaq watch showing. But tonight we're gonna do something special, man. We're gonna go through some ground rules. Of course, you guys, when you come in or leaving out, before you leave out, we ask that you hit, you know what I'm saying, that thumbs up. Tonight we're gonna have a special guest with us tonight. We're gonna be going over a few things, man. You know what I'm saying? Getting back to the basics of watch collecting, that is Invicta. Come on, here's the deal. I am going to drop the link. Once I get my guest up here, I'll drop the link if you want to come up here and comment. Once the conversation gets started, if you want to put your 2 cents in there, this we actually do be respectful of the show and things of that nature, man. We're not here to chop anybody down or disrespect or bully anybody. You know what I'm saying? But we are going to be talking about some watches. We're going to show, and I know my guest, my brother, I know he going to show some heat. You know what I'm saying? And Kimon, I know you got some heat too. So, hey, I would like to hear your take on this. Me and you actually talked about this a little bit. We got Godfather in the building. We got, Tanya's in the building, man. What's good, girl? How you doing? So, hey, y'all ready for the next comedian? Waiting for y'all to if y'all know what I'm talking about, y'all know what I'm talking about. So, without further ado, wait a minute. Hold up. I'm looking in the green screen right now. And this man dapper, first and foremost. Oh my gosh. Bro, I wish I had the song for you. They won't let me play the song because it's a copy. I get a copyright strike. But everybody at home, y'all thought Kimon had a smile that can win? My man got a smile that'll stop traffic right now, man. And once y'all see this hat, this boy cold. I think I'm gonna just let him just run the show. You just gonna run the show. I'm gonna fall back. I'm gonna let you have it, man. But we got none other than the other half of the Vicks. And you know, if you got a Vic in your corner, man, you got a friend. Wisdom and all that, man. So let's bring up my brother. You know him and love him. You know what I'm saying? The Pharaoh. What's going on, boy?
What's good, my man?
Man, boy. Ooh, woo. Man, you sharp, man.
Hey, I'm just trying to be like you when I grow up.
Man,
just trying to be like you when I grow up.
Man, bro, you already know what it is. Hey, and before we even get started, you see that, man? The grass is green. You see that shirt right there?
Yeah, it is.
I got that from Be The Difference Clothing, man. My girl Joy, man, she's live right now. Big supporter, man. I met her when we went out there to Jersey and New York, man. Loved her. Loved that girl, man. She is awesome. Real dope.
That's
real dope.
Up.
So we got Vic. We got Tony Woe in the building. Tony. Whoa, Holy Ghost, let's go. Hey, if y'all ain't following him, man, y'all need to get up on my man. You know what I'm saying? Let's see who else we got up in this bad boy. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we got Mr. Fantastic, the Godfather. And as y'all can see here, y'all already see it. Right above it, it's actually in his hat. If you're looking at the screen, we got that Cancer Awareness Month, man. But I'm going to go ahead and fall that back real quick so we can get more of my brother in the picture. So, brother.
My man. What you rocking today?
Hey, I had to throw, you know what I'm saying? I just threw the hybrid. I'm still calling it a hybrid, bro. I had to throw that joint on.
Hybrid, fusion, it's all Venom to me.
Let's get it. Hey, bro,
Absolutely.
I want to give, before we get started in this conversation, I just left Facebook and I was telling people, hey, hey, Meek, if you can, drop that OV's thing. I just got off of Facebook and I was calling people to action, donating and stuff like that, bro. When I tell you we moving along, because this morning it was at 2,200. Right now, the last time I looked, wifey just showed me we at 2,600. And
Okay.
that's happened
Okay.
between this morning and when I got off of Facebook. So we slowly getting there, man. And I got this thing. I said, if you know like 30 people and you say, hey, I need $2. $2 from each one of y'all, man. Just go ahead to ovknock.com. I want that person, to whoever's going to receive on the other end, to at least get the full dollar, because how it breaks down, and this is coming, I talked to one of the representatives, you get 80 cents is going to research, 20 cents is going to staff, you know what I'm saying, and keeping the lights on. And they just broke it down. I mean, if you want to know more about it, each state, you may have a place there where you can go and look at it yourself. We just happen to have one here, to where if I want to go in there and schedule an appointment, they can walk me through the whole thing, and you'll see where your money's going. You'll see the people that's, it's an affecting and stuff like that. So we got Kevin James in the building, you know what I'm saying? Part of, big time game, you know what I'm saying? So y'all, if you drop any money tonight, I ask that you either drop it to the Cash App or drop it to ovknock.com. I thank you for super chats, but the thing with the super chat, any money that I receive this month, I can't cash until next month. You know what I'm saying? So I want you guys to either Cash App or ovknock.com if you're going to donate. That's what I ask. You know what I'm saying? Let's get those house rules going. So,
Absolutely.
bro, my brother, man, you had
What's
some
up?
conversation today about some watches, bro.
Yeah, man. I just came out of that hole. We got so deep.
Woo, bro. And you
Yeah.
know what happened? I talked to another collector after that, and it was a bunch of amens and hallelujahs. But yeah, yeah, bro.
Like,
We got something to talk about.
absolutely.
We got something
Absolutely,
to talk
man.
about. So what do you got on, bro? What you rocking?
Went ahead and I'm rocking my Sub Aqua specialty. Hold on, let me just take it off. Not into the camera dynamics like you are, bro. But Invicta Sub Aqua specialty.
Ooh, ooh.
8040
8040 in.
Yes, sir. Swiss made.
We got me and I just jumped in the building. Right here. Is it on here?
I can't see none of. Why is it? I can't see the chat.
The chat. Hold up. What
on
if
the YouTube.
What if I put that up there, bro? Can you see that? We got
I
Kevin
can see
James.
that.
Okay,
I got another screen up and
I
it's
can.
on
Hey, bro.
YouTube.
I tell you what. I can throw every comment up and let you see. We can just do that.
Okay, because I want to be able to, answer questions and if anyone's got any and
Yeah.
just checking them out.
No, just me, because I'm gonna be using it. Yeah,
Pleasing me.
bro. So let me tell you one of the conversations we had today. We were talking about heat that's coming out. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Trap, what you looking for? What watches you trying to get? You know what I'm saying? Snatch or
Right.
whatever. And I know me and you talking. I said, yo, honestly, right now, man, I'm taking a step back in time because I'm trying to get some of that old heat, man. Because I missed a boat when it came to that, man. I came in 2015, and by that time, you was I seen a monster just went past. What you got there? So you already know you got to tell me what that is. You got to put that up on the screen, brother.
It's on its way to Indiana.
It's on its way to Indiana. Is that what's going? Oh,
it's on its way to Indiana.
Hey, bro.
Yes, sir.
So check this out. Let me tell y'all something out there in YouTube land. I just happened to go on Meet Nas channel, right? They had a live. And in the middle of their segment, he said, oh, hold up. I got a news flash. I just got some heat. I got some Invicta heat, something that y'all know nothing about, right? He said, but I ain't telling you who it is. I'm like, yo, drop the information, bro. He was like, guess what? Only paid $50. I said, $50? Who is that? I ain't telling you. I'm like, bro, for real? Are we doing that? We on that? And he was like, nah. So I had to have my brother, you know what I'm saying, hit me up later on like, yo, Trap, I got you. So I got, y'all saw it. Y'all saw it. That's coming here. It's coming here, boy. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait, boy, because look, I got my, ooh, wifey. Wifey. You know what I'm saying? Now she can say, hubby got me that one. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But, you know what I'm saying? Excursion, you feel me? Hey, I'm on them excursions, bro. I'm on them excursions,
Absolutely.
bro. Woo. Woo.
With that master calendar. Beautiful.
Man. Uh-oh. Here come one of those content creators that is he's an enabler, man. He's an enabler. I'm gonna put him up on the screen, bro. Man, look. If you snaps, hold up, y'all. You know what time it is. We just got a super chat up in the building. Hold up, man. I wasn't even ready for that, bro. I wasn't even ready.
That
Thank
will
you, sir.
never
Appreciate
not be funny to me.
What?
That will never not be funny to me.
Thank you, sir. Hey, let me show you guys. Wifey just got this piece in.
Oh, that's nice.
Number 8. She talking about number 1800.
Oh,
Yeah.
she came down. She came down with it, OV. Looks like she got a case of diabetes. It's going around.
Got that 20th anniversary joint.
Nice.
And I just sized it. And that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Hey, boy, see how you feel? You smooth, boy. See. Hey, y'all see that smile? Look at that smile, bro. I'm about to use your face to catfish people. I already took screenshots.
Wow.
I'm about to be like, well, I just saw this movie, Clickbait, bro. That movie was crazy. Or that series, rather.
You know what? I keep hearing about it. I haven't taken a look yet.
Yes, bro.
Really?
I recommend that you watch that. That is one for the record books, man. It's an emotional roller coaster, and you're not gonna figure it out until it's too late.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It gets suspenseful. It gets messy at one point. I'm like, oh man, it's crazy. I'm gonna tell you, whoever directed that series, A1. I get it. If I was a part of Rotten Tomatoes, I give it a 98%.
Wow.
That thing was fire.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro, let's jump off into this conversation, man, because we're talking about getting back to the basics, man. And like for me, I'm learning the basics of watch collecting, man. I knew that like there were particular movements that people were seeking. I was really more of an aesthetic guy. Like if it looked good, I grabbed it. But then you go down that rabbit hole and you start learning.
Right.
And it's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You start thinking to yourself, I want to get the most bang for my buck, man. You know what I'm saying? So my first Invicta cruise, bro, I'm telling you. And so that was your first, you did an expo in 2018, right?
Yeah, so your first was my second.
Your second. Okay. So my first cruise, I got a chance to see an X-Wing that was a prototype. Some guy had literally took it apart, had the crystal out and the movement, everything all set out on the table, right? And AL was making a big deal about it. It was like, hey, this is the only one of this watch, right? And he was like, hey, I offered to buy from the guy, whatever. But I saw that. I saw a Pave Diamond X-Wing, all black. I saw a number of watches that I haven't seen since the cruise, you know, and I was like, man, dude, like, so the only thing that I really got excited about was when I started watching Tommy Big Time, and I brought one of those watches out, and that's this Grand Octane. This actually comes out of his collection, and this one is a screw down crown.
Yes.
80-40 in. Which all the rest of them are like, boop, boop,
yep.
which I'm not getting in the water with. You know what I'm saying? So let me ask you this. How long you been collecting?
So I have been collecting about 9 years now, almost 10 years. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you, it happened because I went to a wedding, and the minister, had on an S1 rally that I could see from my seat, and I was in the wedding party, so I got close, to the minister at one point, and I'm looking at his wrist. I'm like, "Sir, I'm sorry, I got to stop you and ask you, where did you get that watch?" And he told me about Invicta. He told me about the network formerly known as Shop NBC. And man, the rest is history, man. At that point, I was hooked. I got into. I was like, just completely head turned. And I realized something early on, Trap. After I had about 5 or 6 of them.
Gee.
If I did not put some kind of restriction on myself, it was going to get out of control, and it was going to get out of control quick.
Gee, bro.
So, like you, I did my research, and I've been into watches since I was young. My brother and I used to collect them together. We were heavily into Fossil back in the day.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So he had gotten me some pieces that were very special to me back when I was in high school, and we would break each other off just every now and then. We buy each other a watch. And when I got into Invicta, I was like, oh, this shuts everything down, because there's so much variety within one brand. Usually, like with Rolex, you got one kind of watch. All right. And when you come over to Invicta, and you got your Pro Divers, you got your Venom, you got your Octanes, all sizes, shapes, styles. I mean, it's anything you could want it to be. There's something for everybody within that brand, and it's affordable. So what I said was, you know what? If I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it right. I don't want to go crazy and get everything that's shiny.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? Let's say Swiss movements only.
Okay.
At first it was Swiss made only, but then, once they moved operations and started putting, just the movements into their pieces in China, I said, okay, I'll let Swiss movement go too. So Swiss movement, Swiss made, with the exception of 4 pieces, a couple of which were gifts. My whole collection, which is like over 125 pieces, is Swiss.
Okay.
So, and that's just to keep me in line, because if it wasn't for that, man, I'd have a room full of Invicta. Just one room in my house.
There are a number of collectors that do hitting heavy. Richard Oso has a lot of watches. A lot of watches, man.
Yeah,
I don't know how many
from the floor up.
You know who and I know he's in here too. I respect Godfather's collection, his restraint and the way he collects. And he is one of a few people that really got me thinking about, like, okay, instead of just buying this Invicta or that one, let me slow down. And because, dude, 2019, okay, after the cruise in 2018, I went crazy. Like, I was that dude, like, oh, that color's nice. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I like that. I like that. I like that. And I wasn't really looking at the overall quality of the watch. I was just getting it because it looked pretty. It looks, I like it. You know what I'm saying? And it was Jesus said all them battery changes. And that was the other thing too, was I bought a lot of quartz watches. A lot of quartz watches. And I remember in 2019, I went so crazy to the point where I had way too many value pays, and I started selling some of those. And because I was getting them, and then when I got them home, I really didn't wear them because I was like looking at the next one. I was like, oh, I want that one. Boom, got it.
Yeah.
Got it. And I was like, ooh, my precious. And
Yeah.
it was
Some
over
people,
with.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I went to the
That
next
thriller.
precious.
Yeah.
So
Some people, they used to be a saying, what's your favorite Invicta? My next one. Yeah, there are a lot of folks like that. And
and he
you
said,
did the right thing when you slowed yourself down. Because I'm gonna tell you, at most I had 4 value pays going at once. And that was early on, and that's when I said, you know what, you're really getting out of hand here. So, in order to make the watches continue to be special to you, you need to stop and cherish each one. I don't know if you noticed or not. I'm just playing. I give all my watches a call sign, man. Because if you love something, you name it.
yep.
And they remind every watch I have makes me think about something. It reminds me of something, a situation. It just, something that from my past. For instance, I got, or just something in pop culture. This is one of my favorite Venoms. Venom Master Calendar upgraded to a bracelet. Call sign the Bishop.
The bishop. Okay.
Now, if you look at the colors, some
Yeah.
people might be able to tell you what bishop I'm talking about.
Is that green?
Yeah, it is. Green and
Yon
gold.
one.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I met him, bro.
Did you?
I met
Oh,
him
that's what's up.
on the south side. It was funny. He was in front of the currency exchange. You know what I'm saying? And anybody from the city, anybody from the he was so cool. I'm gonna just say that, man. Like he would get out, he'd be like, man, what's going on, young man or young blood or whatever the case is. And I saw him, I was like, it's the bishop. He saw me, he had a green Cadillac. I was like, yo. He said what it is. I'm like, bruh, you a
Yeah, green,
legend.
gold.
That's what it is.
Yeah, green, black, and gold is my favorite color combination anyway. So,
Yeah,
so his style just, I was like, I don't subscribe to that stuff he used to do, but as far as his style, I was like, if you got to go over the top, that's how you do it.
right, right. So
But
yeah, so here's the deal. So everybody that, for example, we've been kicking this around. I actually got a chance to interview one of my guys at work. We were talking about his Rolex. Okay, he has a Submariner. And this is a thing that we talk about, like one guy has a Kodiak, the other guys up front have, Datejust and all these other Rolex and stuff like that. And to each his own is what I always say. And coming from my perspective, I'm looking like, man, I couldn't honestly justify spending like with him. He got it insured. He told the price on here how much it was, but with the insurance, I think it was like a little over 13 grand. And when he told me that, I was like, ooh. Now he originally told me, he was like, yo, if you sold your Invictus, you can get it. And I was like, man, that's blasphemous. Don't you ever say that again. He know, because I know he watching. Where is that? Where the camera at? Right there. You watching. You know I'm not about to sell no Invictus. But you know what? He got two Invictus. He has a 50 millimeter Pro Diver, I believe, and I can't remember the other one. He sent me a picture of it. But he's a watch collector. He just happened to, he said, hey, I'm jumping off in the deep end. I'm gonna buy this Pro Diver. I'm sorry, I looked over and seen the Pro Diver on the screen. He bought his Submariner, and more power to you. I'm gonna tell you, one of the dopest watches to me, in my opinion, is that 5911, that Patek. Oh my gosh. I love that watch. Gerald Genta did his thing when he designed that watch. And I don't know if anybody knows the history or his wife is still alive, I believe. And she's every once in a while, you can get on Instagram, she tells stories about him. But he didn't like watches. He said it was a constraint. It was like you had to tell time and you had to be somewhere. He didn't like that. And I said, go figure. The person that made the two dopest designs to date, the most expensive watches, and those watches were stainless steel back in the day, and no other watch company can compete with the design. None of them. 1972, and the other one was 1969 or something like that. Somewhere around there. That's okay. Was trying to give some info. I was gonna let you up there, OV. I had to get through that. I was gonna put you on a commercial. Like I was gonna go to a commercial break, and then So if you want to come back up, we can do a commercial break, and you can spread your news because that's a part of this thing too.
Absolutely.
I want you guys to know that I'm going to be doing an episode where I go through the comments. We're going to talk about the comments. I got a show scheduled with me and Tony Woe. You guys going to have to put a seatbelt on for that one. You guys are going to definitely have to put a seatbelt on for that one, man, because we're going to be talking watch collecting, but it's going to be more about the people that collect the watches, the comments, the whole attitude, the vibe. And we're touching on some of it now.
Yeah,
we're touching on some of it now, but it's going to get. I mean, you guys haven't heard from Tony Bo, and if you have to go and just check out Tony Woe's videos just to kind of see and gauge what type of mind he has. If that look, you talking about a rabbit hole, this man had dropped a nuke and then boom, he's gonna open your mind to a lot of stuff, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
And that's what's up. That's why we do this, to get other perspectives.
Yeah. Yeah. So with that being said, bro, you had an opportunity to see Invicta, like, I'm not gonna say from the start because Godfather actually, he's probably one of the only few people I know that started back in the 90s. I was in high school when he was collecting his Invicta pieces, you know what I'm saying? Like
there's a reason he's the Godfather.
Exactly, but my thing, hey Trap, I didn't take that mistake. I can come. Okay. You jumped out of it. Hey, I go with the flow, man. I do commercials and everything. So if you want to come back up, let me know. Got my racing straps on. Okay. Oh no, DC says come on now. So my executive producer is like, get your butt up here. Get there. Yeah, bro. So you said call sign. So in the realm of Rolex, they got the Batman and Batgirl, right? I got this titanium piece. I call this the Nightwing. Dark Knight is what I call it.
Absolutely.
Call it Dark Knight.
I can dig it.
And I want to, you know what? There's one watch that I have. I'm going to show you this, my Aquaman. Since we're on the topic, getting back to the basics, Wifey got the Wonder Woman version, right? The smaller one. I got this and I loved it for the ionic plating. It absolutely loved it, right? And it just took me back to my childhood. Now, this is the one thing, and I didn't, when I first looked at it, when I saw that, I was like, but I was like, all right, I'm still in love with this thing. I was going to the gym, working out in it. And the more I looked at it, the NH35, as you guys can see, is on the back. And it got the Aquaman logo back there, which I think is it's so dope.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a limited, right? And I know all through, like retail, when you see something limited, it's special. It's like, it's special. So I have a number on here out of 3,000. I can't remember what it was. But out of 3,000 people that can get this watch, which I know that's mass produced and stuff like that. I would have loved to have seen the same color plating in a scissor style deployment clasp on this thing. You can still, like the NH35, I'm not, that's the only problem I have with this watch is it didn't have that reserve feel to it because I felt like this was a shortcut. That right there made me feel like it was a shortcut. And I was like,
Absolutely.
And I'm pretty sure that a watchmaker can possibly put a scissor style deployment clasp on that if I send it off to somebody. I will pay, and I've said this, I'll pay for premium, bro.
Yeah.
I will.
Right. That's what makes it premium. So, but I'm gonna tell you this. Invicta has a tightrope that they're walking. They have to come up with styles, and because their whole gimmick, their whole thing with Invicta is an affordable style, they've got to fix it so that most people can afford it. So when you take something like that Aquaman, beautiful watch, it's gorgeous to the eye, it's gorgeous.
Right.
Until you look beneath the surface and you see that NH35 alpha. All right. It's an automatic movement. It's great. If you like it, I love it. But it's not for me.
Right.
Another thing, since we're on the subject of limited editions, that is one of I love the brand. You know I love Invicta, but their limited editions irk me because they're more like unlimited editions. Okay, 3,000. That's not very limited. All right, in my mind, and that's just the way I roll. It's a matter of personal preference, but 999 is stretching it. Now, I've got some pieces that are limited editions out of 500. 500, yes. Okay, I dig it. All right, billions of people on the planet, only 500 of us have this one. Right. I can dig it. Right. But I actually have a Bolt Zeus Twisted Metal that is number 15 out of 15,000. The limited edition is 15,000 watches.
Jeez.
It's actually, yeah, I don't know if they did it as a joke.
Jeez.
Yeah.
15,000.
Not 100, it says 1,000. 15,000.
Good. That's not number limited, bro. That's general public.
it is, right? But I mean, that's another story. That's just my preference. I think that when it came to Star Wars, when they did limited editions of 1977, I understand that Star Wars came out in 1977. There's a reason behind that. Millennium Falcon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Beautiful. I got the X-Wing when it first came out.
Right.
And I had waited. Star Wars had been out like almost a year before that watch came out. That was their first Swiss movement Invicta, Star Wars Invicta. And I'm sitting here waiting. I mean, everybody else coming out with their cool Star Wars looking watches. I'm like, all right, come on. I know it's coming because I've seen the sketches. I need the X-Wing. Give me the X-Wing.
Yeah.
With me, Star Wars is all about X-Wing fighters and Jedi. Those are my two favorite aspects of Star Wars. So when they had an X-Wing coming, I'm like, oh, that's all me right there. And when they said it was Z60, I'm good.
So okay, so all right, I want to get to this because he was all right. I was talking to D about this before. He said, I guess in the grand scheme of things, when you think of how many people are in the world, 3,000 is limited.
I concede that point. It's just okay. When you can think of how many people there are in the world, great. When you think of how many of those people are watch collectors, that number gets smaller. And it's a little less exclusive.
But see, so here's my thing, is knowing that I've seen a few Invicta watches from back in the day. I even had, when I was working at a jewelry store, this guy brought up his grandpa's collection. Invicta was doing 15 runs of 15. They was doing runs of 10. You know, they were doing runs of 50, 100, 150, 250, 330. I seen one that was a run of 333. Like, it was like Invicta was all over the place. But then I was looking at these pieces, man. I was like, man, they were nice, bro. Like, I saw they were using titanium. I saw the Damascus steel, and this was in a specialty, which I thought was crazy. I've never seen it. But, you know, this is, you're talking about like from 2000, 99 to 2000, they were using some crazy odd numbers, man. And, you know, it's from my perspective, once you start getting into the watch game, and I've been collecting since Invicta, I've been collecting Invicta since 2015. And again, I used to just buy. And then I was like, let me slow down. So I got like 63 pro divers. And I don't know, I can't even tell you how many of them got NH35s in them, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't until recently, I just literally got my first pro diver with the Salida movement in it. This is my very first pro dive with a Salida movement. So out of 63 pro divers only got one that's Swiss made. You know what I'm saying? Well, automatic that is.
Yeah. Well, that's a coincidence because I just got my first pro diver. And when I say pro diver, I mean like a pure pro diver. I know that the original sea monsters are considered pro divers. The sea hunters are actually pro divers, but I'm talking about just a straight pro diver. And that happened because of, that same come up I had this past weekend.
Yeah.
Swiss movement, perpetual movement.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
yeah.
perpetual calendar. This
Right.
showed up.
Hemi said one of his girls is Man of War. Let's see, you got
With the Dubois de Prez, 14 of 50.
what's
See,
that?
yeah.
14. Man, I need my glasses. 14. See, he got 14 out of 50, bro. That is crazy.
Yes.
So my thing is like, and I'm looking at right now, Invicta has the 52 millimeter Russian diver, Russian quartz. I mean, it's a quartz watch, and I'm pretty sure it has the maybe the 515 in or something like that. It's $74. Now, I was the type back in the day, I would have tried to grab all of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me just snatch these. You know what I'm saying? Because I love the way the color of them. But then once I started learning about all these different moves, like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? For all the watches you just bought, you could have saved and got that. And that's the same concept, like my man was saying. If you really want a fine timepiece, which he's talking about his Rolex, you can save up. But I'm like, bro, you talking about saving over $13,000?
Right.
You know how many Invicta watches? I mean, how many Swiss made Invicta watches I can get for that? And let me ask you this, bro. Let me ask you this, because I've seen all of the different comments that was made, and I'm gonna save some of this for me and Tony Woe, but there was one in particular guy that talked about Invicta so bad, saying that, like, anybody that try to collect that is like having a brain bleed, you know what I'm saying? Or like this is trash, it's this, it's that, and the other. And I'm like, wait a minute. I don't have to defend AL in this company. I don't. All I know is that most watch companies, with the exception of Rolex and some of the hot luxury brands, which I'm with Kimon on this, you can't keep comparing Invicta to that because it's a luxury brand.
Yeah.
This is a low-end brand. This is sports watches and nice models. And yeah, they got their gimmicks, but my thing is stainless steel. They use the same movements other companies use. Because these companies, watch companies, selling you the movement, right?
Absolutely.
You can buy these movements, and if you know how to put these watches together, I don't know, bro. I just feel like, for me, with all the information being known, I just feel that as a collector, as a consumer and as a fan of Invicta, I just would like for AL to go back to how he used to make, like Hemi said he got a domain, what you call it, Dubois de Prez. I was about to call it Jermaine Dupri, but see, and I don't even know. Like, I'm gonna have to research that movement. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was on that 7750 kick and just seeing that the 7750 really kicked off other movements. That's like the grandfather of all movements, you know what I'm saying? Affordable and all this other stuff.
Right.
For those of you guys don't know, the 7750 was actually built off of the 7733. Go look it up. Anyway.
Look.
Comparing is a waste of time.
First of all, before I go any further, DC, yes. You know why Rolex is so expensive, Trap? And I may have said this to you before.
Go ahead, enlighten us.
Because Rolex says they're expensive. No other real reason. People have walked across entire rooms to get a closer look at my watch on my wrist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I like it because I like having a commanding presence when I walk in the room. All right. If I could paraphrase Brother Samuel L. Jackson, Invicta, when you absolutely positively have to have the biggest, baddest watch in the room.
Let's go.
You know? And go. They're conversation pieces. They're stylish. I wake up in the morning and pick my watch, and then base my outfit on my watch. All right. Most people pick their outfits first and then assess. No, I pick the watch I'm gonna wear today. Then I'll pick my clothes. It's a Rolex. First of all, you got to pull your sleeve up just so people can even see it. All right. Nobody's stopping you for that. And half the time they're gonna glance at it and assume it's fake anyway. I mean, it's just you got so many more options with Invicta than you do with other brands.
And you know what? I'm sitting here looking at the comments, man, and this is something that we talk about on a regular basis, man. Like it's crazy, and even to the point where my man at work was sitting there talking. What's his name? Caveman Dan, the guy that he just bought a Corvette from our dealership. And he said, I just got to meet. He was like, dude, I know who you are. I've heard you on Shop HQ. And he said, man, it's good to finally meet you. And we're talking, we're chopping it up. And my man Kyle comes over and he's like, yo, no, I said, yo, I said, hey, this the man with the Rolex I was telling you about, blah, blah. And he looked at it. He took it off and let him check it out. He said, it's a pretty nice watch. Small, but it's pretty nice. He said, how many women do you get with it? He looked, he said, well, not really. I don't get any. He said, what's the point? He gave him the watch back. I said, woo, because he told him how much he paid for it, you know, and
right.
It's like, dude, you know, and the crazy thing about it is that watch makes him happy. And you know what?
That's the important thing.
That brother wears that watch every other day. That he has a couple other watches he wears, but like I think another one. But that man wear that watch. He got his Tudor Black Bay. He likes that. He bragged about that. And you know, I'm for it. I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you love something, get it, rock with it, and just keep it moving. But I feel like when you get to saying, like, for instance, I wore this piece, bro. I wore this piece out, and which just happened to have a little baby spider attached to it right now. That's something. Get out of here. So anyway, and there were a few people like, oh my gosh, that is a huge watch. Let me see that. Customers was on it, bro. Yeah. I had a few people from my job was like, why do you have to have a big watch? I was like, why do you have to have a hole in your mouth, bro? Like, like, what do you want me to say, bro? Like, this is something that I purchased that I like. Like, what difference do it make?
I straight up look him in the face and say, look, I'm overcompensating for having a really, 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 really short attention span.
Very short attention span, bro. If you don't get out of here. But yeah, now let me ask you this. How do you feel about the current state of Invicta? You know, like recently, I think back in 16, I heard them saying that at that point in time, I remember them saying that like they're putting out 3,400 watches per year. Fast forward, we're in 2021, going into 22, they boasted that they are pushing about a little over 5,000. I mean, what do you think about that, bro?
I'm honestly, I'm concerned, because when you mass produce like that for a precision, all right, little background. It goes beyond just watches with me. You know, it's about time, pun intended. Time is the one thing that I can spend that I can't get back. You know, you can make money back. You can lose money. You can make money.
Right.
You can lose time. Can't make time. Once it's gone, it's gone. And we have these devices. Somebody had some ingenuity that created these devices to measure something as precious as time. And no matter what movement it is, watches are precision instruments to be able to measure something as vast as time. When you mass produce a precision instrument on a scale like Invicta is getting into, you got to be concerned about quality issues.
My man Kyle's in here. Kyle's in the building. To your point, here's the issue, bro. I did, and this is proof. It's recorded proof. I did a live unboxing, waiting on this piece right here, and waiting on his brother, the soda pop. I was waiting on these two pieces. I got two of these, and I didn't order two. I ordered this one and this one, right? Both of these came off the pillow, off to the side. I put in one of my videos, presentation is everything. And I've spent $89 on these. Just think about this. I went to Art Skillet today and I went live from there. And I don't know if Shay, I think her name was Shay. If you watching Shay, right on, because the food was good. But when Shay brought the food out to me and my wife, it was a club, right? And I didn't get fries, I got the little potato wedges or whatever. The presentation was beautiful. And that was a $10, that was like $10, right? That I just spent.
Right.
So I'm looking at $10 gets me this nice presentation. Even if you went and let's say I think it's number 2 at McDonald's, if that's your thing, the way they wrap it, it's wrapped all nice. They put it in there, they put the fries in there. And the one thing that I always love is like when the fry falls out and the fry at the bottom of the bag. I don't know, it's just my thing. You know what I'm saying?
Bonus.
That's presentation, bro. I love that. You know what I'm saying? Or hometown, when I go down to Maxwell's and get my, you know what I'm saying, my sandwich, I want a greasy bag because that's what I grew up on. That's the presentation, knowing that what's in this bag is so fire that you're going to come back for more. All that grease, and I know it's not good for your health. I'm not promoting bad health, but I'm real big in presentation, and that let me down when I opened my box and it was jacked. I'm like, dude, oh.
I know it. There's only one thing that could be in that box.
Okay, we taking a pause for the cause. Hey, man, so first and foremost, we got OV in the building. And I'm gonna tell you something. We've been rocking that, you know what I'm saying? Knock cancer out. You know, I got John Gangy. I got my people over there in Invicta 202. I got Invicta 757. We got, man, my man Tommy. Everybody's helping out. There's so many people. And somebody sent me something, which I'm like, hey, don't be sending me nothing. But she was like, hey, you already know what it is. So I talked to somebody on the phone before I went live. And I said, man, I got this huge box here. And it was something like this. Trappy, I wonder what it is, Trappy. Oh, you don't say, Trappy. You got a box. I'm like, yeah. So let's see what's in this thing. I see something. Courtesy of Nightwing. Listen, I was losing knives left and right, man. And I went through the mail. I didn't even know what was coming. This man sent me 150,000 of these things. I got a bunch of these knives. The thing is over there on the kitchen table. All right. Oh, wow. Hold up now. Hold up. Wait a minute. It's a chopper. Good night. It say Venom on it. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. Hold up.
I knew exactly what that was.
I'm dropping stuff. Okay. So this came from me.
Yes, sir.
And you see that? Do you see that?
Yep.
That says Marvel. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Come out. Oh! Man, check that out, boy. That boy got the Punisher joint.
Nice.
Hey, that sucker says the envy of others.
Yes, sir.
Dang. Oh my God, dude.
Hey, Trap.
Yo,
It just doesn't get any better.
man, look at him. Look at him. I see you over there, boy. Man. This is all mine.
Yes, sir.
I'm taking that clock down. I got a clock in the kitchen. It's coming down. Oh man, thank you so much. This is gorgeous, man. I gotta go buy me some Duracells. I'm buying some fresh Duracells, man, in the morning. Matter of fact, I might go tonight, bro, after the show, bro. It's over with, man. God dog, man. The Punisher. Come on, man. See, and now here's the other part. Hold on, let's see. Hey, I could probably put a chain on it, man, and rock that bad boy. I go to work. They really be like, come on, bro.
Yeah, they'll really be trying to have you evaluated.
Hey, said enjoy. Hey, enjoy, trust and believe, bro. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate y'all.
That's really nice, OB.
It's a limited edition. Hey, wait a minute, hold up. It said too. It's limited edition right there. It said right there. Is there a number, bro? Is it a number on here? Look on it. Might be on the box. I don't see no. What's that? What's that? Nah, it ain't got no. Well, this one's 1-1 because it only got it's mine. So it's 1-1. So that's your limited right there. So here's the thing about that, man. Outside of I know we're talking about quality issues, and I want to just get back on that. I know Kyle just ordered the Grand Diamond Blue Label, and when he got it, it wasn't. They know you here. Get your fingers out of here. Would you move? They know that the screws had came out the case back, and it was actually on the pillow, right? And he posted that on Instagram, I believe it was. And I was like, it just goes back to your point, man. When you're making 5,000 watches, Invicta, and I looked on the news, actually it was a report. Invicta is one of the few companies that are actually excelling right now, regardless of the market, being in the state of flux. And the thing about it, what you said before, when you said you were kind of worried, bro, you know our shipping is about to slow down because there were a number of people that are losing their jobs because they hadn't got the vaccine. And we're not about to jump into the vaccine and no political talk. I'm just telling you what's going on in the world that can affect what we love the most. Well, not the most, but like what we enjoy. Because here's the deal. I call them family. You know what I'm saying? Jerome and OV sent me this wall clock. They didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? My man Hemi is in the building. He sent my wife look, Technomarine. This is her watch. You know what I'm saying? Like, he sent this. He was like, hey, get that to Mika in his country voice. If y'all remember what he sounded like, man. I love that his country swang, bro. But my thing, and even again, Tommy, you know what I'm saying? And this isn't just no fly-by-night collection club, man. These people, we're in each other's lives, man. You know, people getting married. And hold up, you just celebrated what, 5 years?
5-year anniversary, yeah.
My bad, y'all. We didn't get a super chat. I just want to show you that's my man and his lovely bride. Look at that there, boy. Come on now. You know, I told you that man got $1 million smile.
Hey, $1 million smile. You got a lady like mine, you got a lot to smile about.
Hey, you better. Sure. But the thing, man, you know, now let's talk about the business side of it, bro. Because, you know, like, if you were AL, how would you feel right now, bro? Like, could you imagine how you feel? Because you got to know that he's getting this pressure. He's hearing what's being said. Even if you guys go to Shop HQ, when they're doing certain shows, once the show goes off, they normally, sometimes they'll show AL, and he made a comment about, you know, he's not concerned what the other watchmakers are saying about his product. He's more concerned about the people. And there's been some people in the community that's like, I'm not feeling that right now because I'm getting mass produced watches that are falling apart. That what was that watch? The X-Wing, was it the double open heart X-Wing that came out? Because we were actually on our way to New York when that came out. We were on the road. Me and wifey was on the road, and everybody ordered it. But then after that, we started seeing the emails that the crowns were falling out. I think 7 out of 9, the crowns were falling out. And it's not 1 out of 9. It was like 7 out. It was low. Facebook was loaded up. Instagram was loaded up. People's like, hey, my crown fell out. And then you see another, hey, my crown fell out. Hey, my crown fell out. And I was like, ooh, snaps.
See, and then the question I have to ask, where's QA? Where's your quality assurance? When you're mass producing like that, it's hard to have quality assurance checking every little. These are small precision items, and when you got a small precision item, your QA is probably skipping steps just to get through them all. I'm sure they're not checking every single watch. I'm positive they're not. They couldn't possibly have enough QA to cover the mass production that they're doing.
John Moore says, take their watch game to the next level. You know what the next level I would love? I mean, I feel like Invicta has such, I mean, like they got an advantage that other watch companies don't.
They do.
And that may be one of the things, because I seen a comment before, and I'll go back to this comment so much. I don't collect watches to get the warm and fuzzies. You may not, but I can tell you a bunch that do. You know what I'm saying? A case in point. How many times, as a matter of fact, I don't collect them anymore, but I fell head over heels when I saw the Grand Octane. I just had to have one. I had to get one. And I got my first one. I was like, I posted it. Me and Tommy had developed a relationship. I posted on his page. I said, Tommy, I got my first one, bro, my first one. And I was excited because I'm sharing something that, you know, I don't even know Tommy outside of this. But I was just excited to let him know, like, bro, I got it. And then y'all already know when my man is right now is resting. My Value 77 is resting because I've been wearing, dude, do you realize that move, it has not stopped moving? I put that watch on every day. Every day. I'm telling you, without shadow of doubt, and wifey can verify it, I put that watch, I have it set over here. And I got mad because y'all, and here's another thing. Y'all on Instagram that's following Mika Boo over there on Instagram, y'all was like, hey, girl, them watches look good. Them my watches. Stay out of my watches. That's what I'm saying. Stay out of my stuff, man. Like, what is wrong with you? Man, I've been having a grip of issues. Hey, wait a minute. And Kyle, it wasn't just that one watch. He had multiple problems. Wow. And he's not the only one though, bro. There's multiple issues going on. And I'm like, bro.
And it hurts, man. It hurts to hear this because it's a brand I love.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm not bad mouthing them, but I have concerns. You know?
And you know the thing about it is I've actually I told you that I really look at other watch brands and like we do comparisons like, okay, I've actually compared other watch brands to Invicta. Like, should I get that one? It kind of looked like this. I don't know if I want to do that. It's a 43 millimeter and it's the same price. I can get a Venom. I don't know. And this is how I'm doing my reasoning about buying other watches. I'm actually comparing them off of what I've experienced with Invicta or how this watch makes me feel. Or like, again, I'm going to piggyback off what you said. When you walk in a room and you demand that presence, bro, come on, man.
Word.
Look at that.
Yes, sir.
That right there, bro. That right there.
Absolutely.
This watch, and I'm going to tell you another one. I call it my John. I got a call sign. This is my John Gangy X-Wing. You know what I'm saying? John Gangy.
Where is that Invicta or Imperius? Because Gangy had a lot of Imperius too.
This is the Invicta version. And again, I would love for Invicta to like really, you know, like instead of putting out so many, dive
Okay.
into like doing some heritage, like some real, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, like real
yeah,
collectible stuff.
absolutely.
I would love
Because
that.
for that reason, you know, I was telling you earlier, I look for the older pieces these days. Yeah, I like a lot of, I like some of the ones that are coming out now, but as far as the quality, back when reserve used to mean something,
Hmm.
reserve used to be top line, top of the line. Reserve used to always be, no matter what, reserve was Swiss made. And then, the lines got blurred. But, I go out and when I'm trolling for watches on eBay or the other auction sites or going to these online estate sales, I'm looking for the older stuff. Me too, Sam. Me too. And thank you, everyone who
Hey,
wished
that's
us
the
a happy
comment of
anniversary.
the night, bro. Hey,
Word, Sam. Word.
hey, that was a good. Hey, but that's the truth, bro. Like,
Yeah.
there's one of the ladies at my job, man. Like, she was talking to one of my coworkers, and she trying to learn our names. So she said, "Okay, who was so and so?" And he was telling her. He was like, "Well, what's the one guy that wears the nice watches?" He was like, "Oh, you talking about Travis?" Yeah, yeah, man, his watches are nice. He comes back to me like, "Man, dude, they jonesing over your watches."
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Look at Kimon said, "Man, don't get me started on reserves." And what
Because
what
you
what
know
you
what?
talking about? You welcome to
And they
come up,
tried to
bro.
course correct. They tried to course correct because, like I said, reserve used to be all Swiss made, top of the line. Then they blurred the lines, but then they tried to fix it when they came out with Platinum Select, and then
Okay.
they just stopped doing Platinum Select. So it left a lot of us confused.
Okay, so I have okay. All right. I got something right here. Ugh. I took this out with me today, earlier. And that's this X-Wing, right?
Sweet.
Got
Blue
the blue
label.
label. Now, I bought this from Invicta stores. This has a Z60 in it. All right. And I know Vic has he got the VD 54, 53 or something like that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hold up, man. I'm excited now. I got the two men on the planet with the best smiles. So Colgate, if you watching, look, we need
Wow.
to sponsor this man. We need to get this man, both of these men deals. Look at
What's the lead?
what's up, brother? My brother, how you doing?
I'm all right, man. How you guys doing?
Man, bro.
Everything's
Chilling.
gravy, baby.
Good, good, good.
Yeah, so we kicking this idea. We talking, bro. Me and you was having a conversation back and forth, man. So, like, how do you feel about this conversation so far?
The reserve part of
Reserve
the
conversation. Yep.
conversation. Well, nah, I agree with it, but it used to, like you said, it used to mean something. It used to be for the most part all Swiss made. The reserves used to be Swiss made, which listen, I understand that because of the rules change, the guidelines for Swiss made changes. I understand that Victor has to make that change. I understand for them it may not be financially worth it to adhere to the Swiss made guidelines, and that's fine. But then when you start putting, which is nothing wrong with the NH35 movements, but when you start putting the NH35 movements in a watch and calling it reserve, and when you start putting, and again, nothing wrong with China movements. I think the phone I'm on is made in China or Japan or Malaysia. It doesn't matter. But when you start putting Chinese movements in a watch and calling it reserve, that's where I have a little issue with Invicta way they do it. Reserve means absolutely nothing now because with reserve, anything goes with reserve now.
It's like taking a Ford Explorer engine and putting it in the body of an M class.
Right. Right.
It's yeah. If you're all about aesthetics and how it looks, cool. All right. But if you are about what's in the watch, you know,
Right.
what's making it move, it definitely means something to you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
So,
I
and
do.
I just, like for me, you guys have an advantage. I feel, come on, I got a chance to see your collection. And again, we joke and laugh and play, man, but you have a gorgeous collection, man. And
Thank
it's
you.
just unfortunate that
Cut it out.
there's going to be, just
I'm
think
not
about
worthy.
this. Me and Vic was talking about this. I said, new collectors become old collectors, and then they
Right.
start asking questions. And if you have somebody like, come on, let's just multiply you by, let's say 4,000. No, I'm gonna say 1,000. Let's say there's 1,000 Cologne type collectors out there with these pieces. You're not about to part with these pieces, and they're not in circulation.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? You can't find these pieces, and if you do, like Kenny was looking at the one that you have, I think it's like $5,000 on eBay.
The gold tone,
Yeah.
Speedway.
Right. So I'm like, I don't have $5,000 to throw at a watch. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I'm throwing $5,000, it's going to be into a business or something. I'm going to invest it. But $5,000, and let me just kill this, because this came up when we were having this watch talk offline with other collectors. They said, Trav, how many watches do you have? And I said, well, it's well over 100. He was like, well, just think about, you probably got $20,000 to $30,000 worth of watches that you accumulated. You could have just got like 2 good watches for that. And I asked him, I said, well, what good would that do for me? He said, you will have 2 premier watches. I said, and then what? Based on my personality and who I am, I like the watches I have. I like the style of watches, and I like collecting all these different. I said, I can have multiple pieces. So when I go on vacation, dude, you're telling me I got 2 $15,000 watches on my wrist. You think I'm about to take this out to the pool? No.
I see it both ways. I see what the person is talking about is saying you could get like 2 15-grand watches or 2 maybe 7-grand watches. Those watches hold their value, but whenever I purchase any Invicta or any, I don't really concern myself with retail value. I mean, with resale value with the watches. When I get them, I buy them, and I buy them to wear them. I buy them to enjoy them. You know, I don't give much thought to selling them. At least not the Invictus. Now, if I bought a watch and I'm thinking about selling it, yeah, you know, it'll be an Omega or a Tudor or a Rolex. I'm not getting a Patek, and I'm like, I just can't afford that. That's out of the realm. I'm not even thinking about that.
Exactly.
Omega is I can afford an Omega. I can't afford 10 of them, 5 of them.
Right.
Same with Rolex and Tudor, but I can't afford one. So whenever I buy the watches, I don't think about resale value for them. That's just that's in the back of my mind when I'm buying these watches, in Invicta in particular. I'm not thinking about resale value. But I see the other point. You know, listen, I like the Sabako number ones. I got like 7 of them with the value 750 movement in it, but they're all like different. There's something different about all of them.
Right.
One has a platinum mother of pearl. One has a white mother of pearl, meteorite on a couple of them, different colorways. You know what I'm saying? And you don't really get that with a lot of other watch companies. You know, especially not with those movements. You know, and at the prices that you can get them for with Invicta.
I think what bothers me is it's not as if they're not making any Swiss pieces, because you do have pieces even after the change. In what, 2016 that happened? After they 17? Okay. Even after then, they still had some of their watches coming out of Switzerland. The original Sea Monsters were all produced in Switzerland in accordance with the new law, not the old one. Sea Monster, the Platinum Selects, the Heritage. Yeah, so my feeling on it is, if they can do it for those, they don't have to do it for all their watches. If they can do it for those, they can do it for more.
Yeah, I agree. I think that they think that it's not worth it, that they're not going to get the sales from it. that they would if they just went the other way with it. That's why I think they think. I mean, otherwise, I mean, listen, I think they would do it if they thought it was profitable. You know,
all comes down to dollars and cents.
yeah.
I dig it.
So
I mean, I
let
don't.
me ask you this: in your opinion, you don't think people look at like majority of people not looking for movement? They're looking for like a
No,
deal.
no.
The majority, and I don't want to. I'm not trying to disparage Invicta collectors because I'm one, but the majority of Invicta collectors aren't really caring about the movement. They want a nice looking watch. They want it at a nice price. That's what they care about.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing wrong with that.
No,
nothing wrong with that.
Watches, but at the same time, try and make some of the watches that you made 8, 9, 10 years ago.
The
And that's
watches
what
that made you who you are.
right. And make the watches that made me start collecting Invicta in the first place.
Right.
You know? I say if you buy watches and you want to match your shoes up with them and you want to match it with your shirt or whatever if you're not into movements, you're not into movements. And I totally understand that. Some people just aren't. I am into movements. Just make some more watches, you know, but at the same time, they can't get some of these movements either. So I understand that. You know, they're not making the watches. They can't get ETA movements anymore.
No.
I don't know why they're not doing any Salida chronographs on SW500s because it's my understanding they have a hard time getting those as well.
right.
Was that the 5 or the 2?
The 5.
The 5, they can get the 2. It looks like. I mean, and then I saw they got a few R150s coming back for the Magnums, and I don't know when those are coming back because I like me and Vic, we've been following, you know, the Invicta group page like since beginning of this year, bro. And like we saw all the Magnums that I mean, it's a bunch of them coming out. R150. They put in some. I think it was a few of them had Salida movements in them, the 200s that is, and then the other ones were the NH35. But it's gonna go back to what you were saying. Some of those with the NH35 are going to be considered reserved, you know, in that Magnum. And again, listen, I do buy some. Okay, for example, I didn't care what was it. This got a mineral crystal in it. I know, and I don't like mineral crystal. I just don't. I'd rather have a sapphire crystal or the flame fusion. But I saw it and I said, I want it. And then it was like $120, $130 or something like that. I said, I'm getting it.
I have a Magnum diver that I feel the same way about. It's the Magnum diver. It's got a silicone strap. It's got a VD movement, and I'm not sure the crystal on it. But with that watch, I like the design of the watch. I really didn't care for the movement. It didn't matter. To me, it didn't matter what movement was in it. I liked the watch. I bought the watch. You know, that goes another way too. There's sometimes where I see a watch that I like, but I won't care about the movement, so I won't get the watch. But with that Magnum diver that I had, I didn't care what movement was in it. I just liked the watch, so I bought it.
John Morris said he's hooked. And then DK was saying, thinking a huge part about this, make sure you enter into open mind, never be too proud to learn, and accept some brands are objectively better so that you can really find the perfect one. Hey, DK, and I'm going to ask you, I'm getting it. Pagani makes some great looking homage pieces. I've seen that new movie 007, No Time to Die is coming out. Pagani made one of the watches that, you know, James Bond is wearing. They actually have the Speedway that you have, come on, that Pagani makes like a mechanical version of that. It's a 42 millimeter, and I think it's like $109. I'm gonna try it out. I just want, man, I'm curious. I'm so curious. So I was like $109. I'm gonna buy it. It got a Japanese mechanical movement in there, skeletonized dial, but it got the gems, the rainbow gems around it. I'm like, I'm gonna dive in on it. I'm gonna just check it out, man, just to see if I like Pagani. Because if I get that one, then I'm gonna get they have the Hope, which I would never own the Hope in a Rolex. I had it on, I put it on. My man Mark in my job had it. Let me wear it. I said, that's nice.
Yeah,
$18,000.
Yeah, those things could go from 18. I seen someone selling one on the gray market for 23 grand. I'll never own it, but it's
No, sir.
just for the money. For me, it's not worth it. Listen, I can buy it and sell it and turn around and sell it for just as much as I bought it for. But I
Right.
just can't. I can't see myself spending that much money on a watch.
I tell you, my Grail piece, my dream piece, is a Sub Aquanoma 2 that has sapphires going across the top of the bezel and rubies going around the bottom, meteorite dial, automatic movement, Valjoux 7750. It comes up in the watch raffle every blue moon, and I don't even come close to winning.
Which one is this? The sub 2 with the meteorite dial and the Valjoux 77?
And
Yeah.
the sapphires and the rubies on the bezel.
It's that one's not a it's not a Valjoux. They don't have that one in the Valjoux. With the meteorite dial?
Maybe it's the non meteorite dial that has the Valjoux, but there are a couple different versions of it.
With the sapphire, with the rubies and sapphires on the bezel.
Yeah, let me see if I can pull it up.
That
But
I think that came with it came with the meteorite dial came with an ISA movement, the quartz, because I have that one.
the quartz, yeah, but there is an automatic.
There's another one with a mother of pearl dial that has an automatic movement, and I think that has a Salida movement in it. So SW200 movement with a mother of pearl dial, but it has the rubies and the sapphires on the bezel. I don't
And
think they made that one in the Valjoux,
I
but they
like
did make it. They did make it in a Salida, I believe it's Salida or Etta 2824, one of them.
and it's the gunmetal one. There's a silver, there's a gold, there's a gunmetal, and the
Yeah,
gunmetal one is just so. It will be mine one day. Oh yeah,
yeah. I know the
it
one. I
will
know
be
the one
mine.
you're talking about.
John said he bought over 100 watches. I thought it was a COSC quartz.
It is.
Yeah, the quartz one, yes,
Yeah, the quartz one is a COSC
yes.
with the
So
meteorite dial.
and I've been checking out, like I've been looking at, some of the new stuff, man. So, just kicking that around. I'm feeling that. Come on, I do wish that they would bring, some of that old heat back. You know what I'm saying? Or just like throw out like even. I mean, I know it's gonna cost. You know what I mean? $1,200, $1,500, however much it was back in the day. That's fine. But I want to at least, have the opportunity to get some of that, Invicta quality where what you guys got. I mean, because your Sabakwa #1 collection is ridiculous, man. Like when we was out there in Yonkers, I was like, wow, man, this stuff is dope, bro. Like it's crazy.
Come
Your
on,
best bet is
you
eBay.
have this puppy.
No, I don't have a puppy. I don't think
Okay.
I don't have any puppies.
None. Oh, okay. This is actually I only have 3 puppies. This is one of the few puppy editions that they actually numbered. Most of the time they just say very, very limited, but they actually numbered this one. It's only 250 in the collection. That's number 2. And I
This
like
we got a number limited.
absolutely.
But yeah, I know what you're saying because this one it says very, very limited on the back of this one.
right. Yeah, the same with this one is
I like the puppy edition. I mean, I did a review on these last week, and I just feel like that was another missed opportunity because looking at how Roger Good was doing stuff, he came up with this program for children. I was like, man, I didn't. Only reason I found that out was because I just wanted to do the research on like, hey, what makes this watch a puppy? And I just did the back one. I said, wow, I've never heard that through Invicta though. Oh, they got that cologne on sale, y'all. $68, you get all 4. Venom, Sea Hunter, Reserve, and Boat. But Cologne already know about that. If you want to get into some legit homages, my go-to brand is San Martin. They're pricier, but for good reason. I watched one of your San Martin reviews too. And that's just the thing too, man. Like that gets me like I'm like, okay, I need to check this out because I do look at some of these reviewers. DK, I think you do a great job with doing reviews. Because I don't know if you guys ever been to Cindy Khan's channel. He breaks it down. So if the watch, I like how he do it. So say for instance, this the watch he's talking about. He'll take like this half, he'll be like, hey, the crystal, and he'll like it'll illustrate, it'll pull off and it'll pop up here so you can read it. I think that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like I think you're a professional reviewer. I am informal, like all get out. I'm sitting back chilling. I'll eat some spaghetti while I'm like, bruh, you know what I'm saying? I want to be comfortable when I do my reviews. This is fire. So that JT is fire. Show that closer. Oh, you talking about yo Jake. What kind of t-shirt is that? Come on.
Oh, it's a Transformers t-shirt.
Transformers?
Yeah.
I've got the black one.
You have the black
one? My man, 100 grand, boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
3 puppies as well.
Look, that's a whole nother video. That's a whole nother live chat.
We can't even get into that tonight.
No, love Transformers. The cartoons, the cartoon and the cartoon movie that came out in the
86.
Yep.
86. Yeah. Yep. The one that scarred many of us.
Loved it. Love.
Hey, Hemi saying wrist check. Hemi called for a wrist check, so.
Or wrist check?
Yup.
It was an accident.
Jeez.
2 specialties and a fusion.
My relationship.
You know what I'm saying? Had to rock out.
They never looked at me. We were 18.
And I got, hey, you know what? Come on, your
You knew exactly.
that Sabaco 7. I wore that to work. And I got the most compliments, man. I'm talking about like some of my coworkers, they was like, dude, take it off. Let me see. Let me see that watch. Dude, they was like, it got dragon pushers. This is crazy. Yeah. I was like, yeah, bro. I was like, I'm telling you, Invicta, don't sleep on Invicta, bro. They don't sleep on it.
Every now and then they'll do something like that. That's kind of like off the wall, like a dragon function pushes, and it works.
Yeah.
You know?
They make it happen. I'm gonna tell you, one thing. Oh, I'm sorry, come on.
No, I ain't saying
okay. One thing about Invicta that kind of gets me. When they do something good, they do it to death.
Yeah, they overdo it.
They way overdo it. Like, all right, so you guys remember the very first iridescent?
The first iridescent?
Yes.
Was the C-Max? It was a Hydromax, wasn't it?
Was it a Pro Diver?
It was a Venom.
It was a Venom?
Yeah.
That first iridescent. And then it disappeared.
Was it a black rubber strap on it?
No. This is
you're thinking about the Sabaco 6.
I'm talking about the original iridescent Venom.
It was a Venom?
It was the only iridescent that Invicta had done. Mm-hmm. And then it disappeared. And people were asking about it. It was gone for a few years. And then they brought it back after the change, after 2017. And then they did more iridescence. And then more. And now every collection has an iridescent version.
Yeah.
It made more sense when there was some exclusivity.
Oh, forget about it. You never get you won't get exclusivity with Invicta, bro. Not anymore. Whatever they do it to death. There will be no exclusivity.
No, not anymore. Not anymore. And I mean, I get it. They're in the business to make money. It is what it is.
Right.
You know. But you just lose something when you do it like that.
So let me ask you guys this. Right now, Shop is showing a iridescent, you say that, they're showing an iridescent Kraken with the iridescent meteorite. What's your take on that?
Iridescent meteorite?
They did the Gladiator the other night with the iridescent meteorite, and I like the iridescent meteorite. It would stand out more if the entire watch wasn't iridescent, but they may go. But I like I actually like that, and I really don't care for the Gladiator too much. But I like what they did with that. I'm not even in front of the television right now, so I can't see the
Yeah,
What movement is in the watch?
it's the 8040N.
It's 8040 in. I
Yes, sir.
can picture what it looks like because they did an iridescent cracking before, right? So
Yeah, so the actual dial is
is
iridescent.
yeah,
Yeah.
is meteorite?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, they did that with the Gladiator the other night, and it sold really well. It sold out,
Sold out at $618,
something like that. Yeah.
and this
So
one is $558.
yeah, I wouldn't get the entire watch because I had a Grand Octane that was iridescent with a abalone dial, and I ended up trading it for something else because I can't do an entire watch that's iridescent. But I like the iridescent meteorite dial. That I like. That's slick. I like that. I like the way that looks.
That's
So
definitely a step in the right direction. I do like that. I love that they used the 8040N instead of
Mhm.
our friend the Z60. Um, I'm gonna
I
tell
got
you,
a
I
lot of
don't own
watches with the
any
Z60, bro.
iridescent pieces because I am trying to put my hands on the original iridescent Venom with the Swiss made that I'm gonna talk to Rico about because apparently he's got one.
Yeah, he said that was his first purchase. His first original purchase was that iridescent Venom.
That's one of the ones I'm chasing, the original.
Now,
But,
I tell you what, and I know they've been using the VD movements for a long time. I saw a pro diver that was number limited to, I want to say 333, and it had AL signature on the back of it, and it had the BD53 movement in it. And this is it's an older watch. It's titanium. It's the same. I'm not not titanium, but what's the one with the metal striations? The gosh, I can't even think of the name of it. We got the little designs in the metal.
Damascus.
Damascus. I couldn't even think. It was Damascus steel. So this is a practice that Invictus had because this watch dates past, I think, 2005. And it had the VD movement in it, and it's a reserve. But I don't know. I guess that was another shortcut or maybe a moneymaker because I don't know how much a VD movement would cost. What, $20 maybe? I think it's about the same as an NH35. NH35 was like 20 or $30, ain't it?
yeah.
Retro gaming. Hey man, what's up, bro? Appreciate you stopping by, man. That is dope, man. That is so dope. I love when people visit, man. Just coming in. If you hear, man, we talking about watches, man. If you a watch collector, if you never tried Invicta, whatever you heard about Invicta, I say do your homework, do your due diligence. And I will never say, hey, yeah, just go get an Invicta. I enjoy it because Invicta's actually brought me closer to, I mean, I can have a conversation with, you know what I'm saying? I got two Vics in my life. You know what I'm saying? I got the original Kimon Lee, you know what I mean? So the watch has brought me to a lot of people, man. You know, if you guys notice, I changed the logo on my thing, you know, on the channel. It started with a watch.
Start with the watch.
It started with I mean, dude, everything, man. Like, I love Star Wars, right? And I got a Star Wars piece right here. People wouldn't understand. You know, I did have a few people that's not into the Star Wars pieces like, yo, why'd you get this huge Star Wars? You got to know how I started off back in the early 80s watching Star Wars. And my first watch was a little digital Star Wars, R2-D2 and 3CPO on that thing, and it beat. That was my first one. I think it was a Casio style watch. So that got me into the love of watches. And he was my godfather's name was Eugene Nelson. He said, Trap, if you take care of this watch, once you turn 13, now imagine I was like 6 when he gave me that watch. He said, if you take care of this watch, once you turn 13, I'll buy you a real watch. That's what he told me. And I took care of that watch until the battery died. I said, hey, the battery's gone. He was like, all right, I'm gonna show you how to fix it. Change the battery, show me how to take the little screws off the back, boop, pop it, battery in there. Then again, he did it. I was like, whatever. I'm not about to tinker with no watch. And he bought me, and I don't know the brand, but it was sort of like it had a leather band on it, and it was mechanical. He said, all you gotta
Right.
do is wind this up. I was 13, and I loved that watch until it was stolen. And it was, yeah. So I don't know what it was. It could have been something real nice. All I know is he used to wear Rolexes. He used
Right.
to wear Rolexes all the time. He was a police chief, so yeah, he rocked the Rolexes. But that's when they were like $3,000.
Hey, speaking of Vicks, man, Vicks after me, man.
Yeah. Let's talk about that for a second. So, family, the other day, for those that just came in here just now, there's another collector that was, selling watches for whatever reason. And Mr. Kyler here, Mr. Farrow, just happened to know this man, and he was like, hey, I'm selling these watches for $50. And when I tell you that it's heat, the watch that man got right there, one of them just happens to be a Magnum with diamonds in meteorite for $50. So y'all already know that knows Magnum Vic. When I told him, I sent him the picture. Look at it. Now he gonna tease Vic with it.
You got that for $50?
I did.
Come on.
Hey, come on. That's
You didn't get it from Wish, did you?
no. He's still alive. Look, that's not even the worst of it. Come on. You know this piece.
Yeah, I saw that too. Did you post that today or yesterday?
I posted it in Grail today.
Today, yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I
Yeah.
thought I saw it. Yeah, the Sapphire Ghost.
65.
So what'd you do? You just bought all of them he had, and then tell us about it. That's what he did. He bought them all, the ones he liked, and then gonna tell us about it later after he got his. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at you because I did
I
the
was
same
about to say, what would you have done?
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, I did
Hey,
the same thing.
you already know. But I got a chance to get in there and
I was about to say, I did spread the love once I made my purchases.
Yeah, too late by then. You just took all the love.
He plugged me, man, because I just saw the excursion. I said, let me go ahead because I like it. I'm on the excursion kick, man. I think excursion is not utilized properly by Invicta right now. Please, Invicta, bring it back. Bring it back.
Vic, don't go, man. Vic, don't bounce, man. Come on, dude.
You didn't tell me he had a Magnum. You didn't know he had. Hey, he kept that to himself, man. Oh man. Hey, Kyle said, I want that action, bro. I'm telling you.
Man, look. I'm telling you, dude. And I didn't
say
even
one-way math. Yo, that is funny, bro.
look.
And then look how Kimon look. He said, "You just gonna keep it all to yourself, huh?"
Yeah, I'm not mad at him. I would do the same thing. You know, sometimes I like ride by a garage sale. As I'm riding by, I'm looking for like those yellow boxes just in case I see somebody. So, because you never know, you might find some gems in there. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, the Garrett did that.
Did they?
Jason Garrett. That's why we call him a pushing man. Somebody in their neighborhood was selling some old heat, a bunch of old puppies. He got a like I think it was like the first master calendar that Invicta did. He got one of those. And bro, like he got a whole bunch of them. And I don't think he paid $600 for all of them. Puppies with actual numbers on the back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then he got I know he got a few master calendars. I'm like, dude, they ain't $600-700 for pieces that you would know. Was it? Yeah, they got 7 watches. Was it 600 or 400? It was something. They didn't pay a lot for it.
Listen, those estate sales are the best come ups. I'm telling you. Yard sales and estate sales, especially. Oh, mad divorced wives. Oh my goodness, they're your best friends.
Hey man,
if their husband was a collector.
I tell you what, I need one of those waiting to exhale sales. That's what I need. I need that. You can have this for $1. I'm like, hey, look, I want it all. Give it to me.
Right. I jumped
Not
on
all of it.
Proxy back in 2015. And this one estate sale had like 20 Invicta in it. And everybody wasn't bidding on everything, but certain things people were jumping all over.
Right.
I ended up getting like an old school Leviathan. We don't
Oh
talk
yeah.
about Leviathan enough. Leviathan was a go ahead, Ken.
No, go ahead. Speak. Finish.
Leviathan was like one of the best watches Invicta put out. I loved it. I have two of them myself. And I mean, the old school Leviathans are just so detailed and just, I mean, you
Can I
don't
go
get
get a
this
couple of
kind
mine?
Go ahead, bro. Most definitely. Heck yeah. You think I'm
Yeah,
gonna pass up an opportunity to get Kimon's watches on film? Oh, come on, man. Let's get that on camera.
but I got a
stupid.
black Leviathan for $50, Swiss made, midnight black.
That's fine. How did you
That
do
was
that?
like one of the best.
You always getting a plug, bro.
Yeah,
Hey man,
just
you
one
don't
of the
even want
best.
that, man. Look how
Nice,
you hold it.
solid,
You don't even want it.
good weight to it.
You don't even want it.
Yeah, I want it.
No, you don't. Look how
I
you
want all
holding
my
it.
babies. I love all my babies.
You know you don't, bro. Look,
I
I can look at. I'm telling you, bro. You like, nah, man. I don't even like this one.
love it.
Okay.
I love it.
He said I have a Fossil Speedway. Hey, John, I'm gonna have to get you on the show, man. Like, if you want to get do a watch display.
You were talking about estate sales. There's an online auction that someone had posted on Facebook some time ago. Last year sometime, I believe it was. I think it was called Joey R. Pyle Auctions or something like that. And they had a whole bunch of Invicta watches. I got this one here. It's an original Bolt, silver tone, Swiss
That's
made.
clean.
Clean it was. I got it. The battery was dead, but it was wrapped in plastic. Brand new. This thing wrapped in plastic. I paid, I think, $60 for this. It was this one that I won at the auction, and you were talking about Leviathans. And I won this one at the auction for, I think it was $70.
Is that Lunar Light blue dial?
Yes.
I know that one. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
This one. The Leviathans. I saw the first one at Costco one time. I have 4 of them. I'm gonna show the other 3. And this was the one I saw at Costco. Trying to get to the crib.
I remember that one.
This was back in 2011. Me and my wife went to Costco, and I saw this one in there, and I said, "Oh, I like this watch." This one is one of my Leviathans. They're all Swiss made. This one here.
Gee.
Yeah. Did any of yours come in the wooden box with the display?
And this one here, no, I bought them all. The one I got from the auction, none of them came with wooden boxes. I do have one of those wooden boxes, and this Leviathan. I have one wooden box.
Vic is cracking me up, Travis.
I know he said, "I'll show that Magnum love you can." Oh my gosh.
But
you're too funny, bro.
Leviathans I really like. I took a like when I first saw it at Costco. Like I said, this was 10 years ago. It was in 2011 when I first saw it, and I really liked it then. And then after that, I got the opportunity to buy some more, and I bought some more.
So like right now, come on, you're not buying any watches right now because you're saving up for, was it the Black Bay? Oh no, you're saving for Rolex.
Well, I got this one for my birthday, and
I'm not messing with you, bro.
I got
man
the rose tone black one.
I'm gonna have to edit this part of the show. They're like, why did show this blank off?
Yeah, but the I got this one. This one I got for my birthday, and the rose tone and black one. That's
Somebody gonna be intercepting the brown truck.
You
Nah,
know,
man. Oh, I got one coming in tomorrow, man. My first double open heart fusion is coming in tomorrow. Fusion hybrid, whatever. It's coming in. What you got to say?
I don't want my wife to hear me.
No, not
Oh,
you. I
we
was
talk.
talking to my son.
Yeah, we figured that out.
No, that TJ just walked in here. Yeah, man. What's wrong
Hilarious.
with you? Your back hurt? Can I cut all your hair off? Why not? You ain't doing nothing with it. We could donate it. You know what? I need a toupee. You go ahead and fix me up.
Yeah, get
Shut
your
up.
little ponytail at the top.
Right. You know what? He got enough hair. Hey, TJ, come here. Come here. Put that over. Never mind, I got it. Come here. Bring your head down. Over. Y'all see all this hair?
Wow.
Right. That wasn't even all of it. Get on about your business. Yeah, man. So all right, so we gonna wrap up here in a minute, bro. I was looking at what I know we talked a lot about watches, what you want to get and things of that nature. I'm not really looking me personally. I think I'm set because that Venom that's coming in tomorrow, that kind of put me in a whole different mode because outside of this one, I wanted to double open heart. I was waiting on the Grand Divers. I don't know what they doing. I know Vic is waiting on the Magnums. Is there anything that you guys are like waiting on that Invicta has coming out, or you just like whatever?
I don't know. I don't know if I've really seen anything that they're coming out with. I know sometimes I think Vic will sometimes post some up and coming stuff, but there's nothing that I'm thinking that I can think about that that I want. There's nothing. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know what's coming out with Invicta. I don't know what they're coming out with.
Well, based on what I've seen, there's a host of Magnums coming out. There are a number of graffiti Noma 3s coming out, as well as the Pro Divers, which, like what you guys were saying, that once Invicta do something, they do it to death. I know that in the 2020 cruise, we got a chance to sit down with AL, and he did the Q&A. And that was one of the things that people said, hey, we want to see more graffitis. I personally, and I know some people don't get into the comic books, but I personally I asked AL, I said, hey, if you're going to do a graffiti, would you do a graffiti Joker and Batman in the same box and have a comic book? Because you guys have rights to it. You know what I'm saying? Actually have, the artist illustrate. It could be an 8-page comic book in this number limited thing. Send it out. You know what I'm saying? You could put your little 580 or whatever you're going to put on it because we'll buy it. And it got to be Swiss made though. I asked that question. I was like, can you put a Swiss made like tobacco specialty Batman? And dude, that right there for me, it lights out.
It won't be done because it'll cost them too much money, and the return on it won't be good enough. And plus, most people who are going to be interested in that that watch or those watches aren't going to care whether it's Swiss made.
The most you can hope for is a Z60.
Yeah,
I'll take it. I just want to see the watch done. You know what I'm saying? Like, I say that because like they have a deal with Marvel, they got a deal with Disney. Yet they don't have a lot of presence down in Florida like that. I mean, like at the actual place. You see people walking around with Invicta watches, and I was like, they should have a presence, a store, you know what I'm saying? Like, and selling that, like, specifically Marvel and Disney pieces in there, or kiosk or something. I'm like, I don't know. It's just me. I just think they should do that. But come on, I know I wouldn't get that, but we'll get other pieces that I don't too much. I don't care. But some of the pieces that they got, I didn't like the what was the thing? I know some people like that Wolf King. I didn't really like the Wolf King.
No,
I
me.
didn't care for the Wolf King.
No, me. I didn't care for that one. And what was the one? The Python? Is that what came out before that one?
Yeah, the Python.
I didn't particularly care for that one either. Nothing too crazy. I didn't really care for it. It wasn't for me though.
I do want the Chaos Fusion, which is, I mean, it's a Venom on a Chaos bracelet.
Chaos bracelet, yeah.
Yeah, I like the look of it though. I do like it.
You I think they have one up. You're in the raffle pages? You remember the raffle groups, right?
I've already put in. Yeah.
Oh, you already playing for? Yeah.
Yeah. I like that one. I like I like what they're doing with the desert color, the khaki.
Khaki.
Yeah,
Khaki.
I like that. It's different and it's not over the top.
Hey, Nate. No, look at that. Don't that remind you of the Sabakwa that you had before? So they got a pro diver with the not meteorite, but the glass fiber and the carbon fiber. It's oh good lord. That's a 65 millimeter pro diver. Yeah. Good grief. I wouldn't get that's too big. That's like that darn shack.
That's all the Sea Hunter is.
That's a 65 millimeter pro diver. No, sir. That's way too big, bro. That's like putting this hype button on my wrist, bro. Oh, it's dead. No, it's not. You cut that off, didn't you? You did touch it. Don't you ever talk to me like that, woman.
That must have an NH35A in it.
It got NH35, yeah. It's 208. That's way too big for me to put on my wrist. Because if you guys remember when I went out to Virginia, to that Pentagon City, that shack piece is like it's nice looking, the details, but I could not wear that watch around. I don't even wear my Sea Hunter anymore. That's too heavy, bro. Like, nah,
The trick is not to wear a Sea Hunter more than a day. Like you can't do 2-3 days of Sea Hunters. You got to do a Sea Hunter and then maybe back down to a pro diver the next day to give your wrist a break.
If you're gonna wear something that big, what I do with my I have two Sea Hunters. What I do with my Sea Hunters and my Grand Octanes, I don't wear them with short sleeve shirts. I wear them with like a sleeve shirt or a sweater, because in a short sleeve shirt, to me anyway, it sticks out more. It looks a little bigger. If you're wearing it without a sleeveless shirt, it just looks really big on your wrist. That's the way I think when you have a sleeved shirt or a sweater, it kind of makes it look not normal, but it looks to me a little better when you wear it with a long sleeve.
He's gonna buy. Jerry's gonna buy that at the next event. Yeah, man.
I just got my first shack in July when I did that collector's event.
What do you think about it? You like it?
This one I do like.
Okay.
Some of them a little over the top, but this one I dig.
Shimon, do you have any shacks?
No, I don't have any shacks. I saw two of them that I like. I think Kenny has one of them, but they have a Grand Octane in silver tone with, I think with the mother pearl dial, and I think it has diamonds around the bezel. I saw it at the Invicta store in Times Square, but I don't have one. I don't own one yet.
Yeah, I like with the shacks. I'm really glad that they did some that were not in an existing collection. You know, some of a shack Venom is just a Venom with Shaq's name in it. Nothing special about it.
Mm-hmm.
So by when they debuted that version of the Bolt and let it be a Shaq piece, that was a good move, because it's not in any other collection. It's a Bolt still, but only the Shaq pieces are that version.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have one. It has like a triangle sort of like shape to it.
Oh yes, the Superman.
Oh yeah. Speed. Yeah. That's a Speedway, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it? It's a Speedway.
Yeah.
The one
Yeah.
I know Kenny has it. I can't remember the name of it, but if it's a Speedway, it's a Speedway.
Yeah, I think that's a Speedway. This came out and
it comes with either a leather strap or a bracelet.
That's what I was gonna say. I know I said I was gonna close out, but what do you guys think about Invicta? One of the arguments that people have online is Invicta is stealing different designs. For example, this is a Pro Diver automatic, but it has the Panerai style to it. You can tell by the crown, it has that Panerai type in this kind of oval shape. So that was the argument this guy had. I mean, would I buy a Panerai? Panerais are expensive, dude. That's still like $7,000 or $8,000 for a used, like 9, almost 10 grand for, you know, brand new. I wouldn't, and I like the way the Panerais are shaped. I know it's a lot smaller than this one. It's like 42, 43 millimeter. I don't have a problem with me personally because I know I would never own that watch unless it was gifted to me. But I personally don't have a problem with homage pieces. I know some people do. I mean, what do you guys think?
Anything that makes it affordable for someone to get something that they want, I'm okay with. You know, if they like the piece and they want the homage, I'm okay with it if it's something people want.
Yeah, I'm going to show you a couple of watches that I have. I'm going to go get them. They're by Steinhardt. And they're
Steinhardt?
watches, yeah. And
I told you he got an extensive collection, bro. No, you can get them. Wait, I ain't going nowhere.
And they're homage watches, and I'll get them for you. Give me 1 second.
So right now, I know Invicta showing the Invicta Specialty 45 millimeters, 4470, and they have looks like 5 colors. They have the black, like a maroon, green, a blue. I can't see the last color because it's such a reflection on it.
Purple.
Purple. Okay. Bet. All right. So yeah. So if you're into that stuff, I know Vic had wore his. He posted his. He got one from Kimon too. And I think that see those type of watches. I think are pretty decent for people that's trying to get into it or want something different. Just to sell the time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Those are nice. $44. You know what I'm saying? You can't beat that low value.
No. It's a good way to get somebody into the hobby.
This watch here is a Steinhardt.
Oh yeah. Pepsi bezel.
Yeah. It's a Swiss-made watch, automatic, GMT movement. I think it's a Salida SW330 or something like that.
Ooh.
And it's made by Steinhardt. This watch, I believe, was about $700. Conversely, if you were to get the Rolex,
the Rolex GMT version of that,
if you would get the Rolex GMT, I mean, you're looking upwards 15 grand, something like that.
Oh, they look that okay. So that particular one right now, and I just saw it, is going for about $22,000.
Okay,
for the GMT version.
Even now, listen, I would like to have that Rolex. I will never own that $20-something thousand Rolex. This, like I said, Swiss made movement. It's a GMT. Steinhardt's a good company. It's a micro brand, and this is I can get the same. I don't want to say the same look because you know it's not a Rolex, but right. I can kind of get a similar look at $700 that you would get at, you know,
7,000.
Right. So now listen, when you sell that Rolex, you're going to sell it for just as much as you bought it for. Same thing with this one here. This is another Steinhardt watch that I have. Swiss made as well. GMT movement as well. Ceramic bezel insert. Gold tone and silver tone, white dial and whatnot. You know, I have no issue. I think this was about the same price. I don't have issues with homage watches. They make some of them make the look affordable.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't afford a Rolex, you know, for $20-something thousand. I just can't do it. So I don't mind homage watches. Long as they have some substance to them. You understand what I'm saying? If you get a homage watch and it's a Swiss-made watch with Swiss-made movement, and it's got sapphire crystal and a ceramic bezel, you know, you got good materials there, you know?
And it's stylish, baby.
Yeah, so King Python, I'm all about unique design. And see, you know what? I think with somebody like Rico, all of the wild designs that Invicta has, man, that speaks to his character. Some
Right.
people can take it and fly with it. You know what I'm saying? And I always tell that story when I first met Rico. Was on the Lido deck, well, actually right behind the Lido deck. I was getting something to eat. He was like, "Hey, yo, Trap." He went in for it. He was so cool and laid back, bro. And that really got me, man. But you know, overall, I will say this, and I'll leave you guys with this. Overall, I haven't enjoyed some of the stuff that's happened with Invicta. I've ran into a couple problems recently. I had an issue with customer service with Shop. They took care of it. Shout out to Penny. If she ever watched this, man, Penny took care of me. And she made it right, even though, and I know, I consider how the industry is going right now. Retail is just all over the place. You got a bunch of people that it's all like they don't want to work or whatever, for whatever reason. You know, people are who they are. You get somebody in there that don't care about the job, and we expect them to care. And I'm like, they're not going to have the same level of hypeness or just, you know,
No.
be engaged with it like we are. So I can complain, but I can't expect these people to actually do this stuff. You know what I'm saying? To like do their job, so to speak. So would I continue to collect Invicta? Of course. I'm going to keep collecting. I'm really trying to grab some of those old pieces, you know. And some just, if I happen to shake the tree a little bit and some fall out of Kimone's case, you know.
Listen, eBay. I'm telling you.
I know, my man.
You get it from eBay, man.
He put me up on game today.
Yep.
Yeah, he definitely put me up on game today.
eBay,
so you know, we got some.
bid.
Don't
Don't
ahead,
be
bro.
afraid to go on OfferUp or Proxy Bid or any of those other auction sites too. OfferUp, where the widows be selling their late husbands' watch collections for cheap. Just there are places out there. You just gotta look, check those estate sales.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday mornings, get up, drive around, yard sales, look for the yellow boxes because they out there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hey, we coming up on yeah, man, we've been in here for a minute. So I just saw your comment. So you brothers got anything else before we leave?
Nah, man, just guys have a good night. I'm about to take it down myself. I got a long day tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, he said don't do us. They in here, they still in. Hey, me do still. I say, hold on, man.
Wow.
Hey, I tell you what, we's been hitting the mess off the hype button lately. If y'all go over to Meet Nas channel and watch them, man, that dude was hitting that button for like 35 minutes one night. I was like, God dog, man, the battery gonna die, bro. What's wrong with you, man? But yeah, man, you tried it. Hey, whatever. So, y'all, I appreciate these two brothers coming up here, man, because you guys are pure collectors. You guys have some nice stuff in your collection, man. You guys follow along as Kimon puts out his professional pictures. This dude is professional every day with his pictures, man. And he got the same position. I don't know if he got some type of thing that he got on his leg or on the table. It's the same pictures. Just a different watch, man. In the same position. I'm like, how does he do that?
I usually take it in the car.
You take it in the car?
In the car, that's how I do it. I take it in the car.
Bro, you got a whole team of people. Hell, I don't know what you got, bro.
I got
You probably got a band too when you get out the car. Both of y'all, because my man came on here with his hat tonight, bro. Come on, man.
Hey, you know,
and then you see what he did like that? Boy, hey. I know this girl's fainting like, oh my God. He married, y'all. He's married. 5 years. Do I have to put the picture up there again? Y'all better control yourselves. It's a family show. I got the sexual chocolate brothers up here, man. Look at them. Go ahead. Look at this. Look at the smiles. Y'all see it, dude. Yep, man. Wow. Look. What's that for OnlyFans? I'm gonna take a hold on. I'm gonna screenshot y'all. I'm for OnlyFans, y'all.
He tried it, Kimberly. He tried to do a smile versus.
Smile versus?
That's what he's trying to do, man.
Hey.
Nah, that's too explosive. You don't want all that.
Hey man, that's a catfish type episode, man. So
For real.
anyway, we've hit 2 hours in this thing, man. I greatly appreciate you guys coming on, man, sharing your
It was
knowledge,
fun.
your
Yeah,
collection and stuff
I
like
always
that.
like talking to Rogers, man.
Bro, we'll do a part deuce on this. I'll let you guys know. I would love to have you guys back up. We can kick back. Next time, bring something to eat. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. We can have dinner together. Feel me? We did that one night. You remember that? Come on.
Yeah,
Everybody was eating. That was
everybody
dope,
was
too.
eating that night. Yeah.
So anyway, man, what Rico said, once I get my grill fixed, I'm down. Hey, bro, look, had that crooked smile. There's a whole song about that too, man. Just crooked smile. You take your smile and use it, bruh. You Rico.
Exactly.
It's only one person of color. Come on now. But with that being said, man, we up out of here, man. Y'all be blessed, bruh.
All right, gentlemen. Good night.